Let's send it down to Maddie Morris. Maddie?
Thanks, guys. Now for UTEP interim head coach Mike Price, this is not his first time coaching here in Roberts Stadium. Price, who coached the UTEP Miners from 2004 to 2012, is actually a perfect 2-0 here in Hattiesburg. I had a chance to catch up with Coach Price yesterday and asked about his most vivid memory of coaching the Miners to victory here at the Rock. That's right, Ron and Keith. Now, not only does Autry Golden play wide receiver for the Miners, but he's also their top kickoff returner. As the head coach, what is it like to see the players experience this success since they haven't had it in a while?
Let's turn it over to Maddie Morris.
When Tina Langley took over as the Rice head women's basketball coach in 2015, she had one goal in mind: putting the program on the map. In her 4th year with the Owls, she has done just that. For the first time in program history, they found themselves ranked in the national polls, currently ranked 24th in the nation. They also took home the program's first ever Conference USA regular season title. And after finishing the regular season with a perfect 16-0 record, they are making their debut against North Texas today. Joined by Florida Atlantic head coach Lane Kiffin. Coach, first off, congratulations on winning the East Division title in your first year. What does that mean for you, the players, and the program? Coach, congratulations, a great win by your squad. Allie Harold, sophomore Allie Harold, you talked about her being a leader for this team. She's the one who sparked the scoring. How fitting is that for her?
Coach, you told me yesterday that in order to win, you have to have all of your players playing together. What did you think of tonight's collective win?
Today's rivalry game between Florida Atlantic and FIU is known as the Shula Bowl after former Miami Dolphin head coach Don Shula. Now, Shula did not coach at either of these schools, but both of the university's first head coaches had ties to Shula and wanted to honor him by playing this game for him. The first Shula Bowl was played in 2002, where the Owls emerged victorious, and the Owls actually lead the series 10-5, but FIU has won 4 of the last 6, including last year, where the Panthers came away with the trophy in a close 33-31 win. But this year's Shula Bowl is bigger than ever because this year marks the first time that both schools enter the game as bowl-eligible teams. And with so much on the line in terms of the East Division title, tonight's bound to be a good game. The last time a Conference USA men's soccer championship was held here at Old Dominion, the Monarchs came away with the title. Fast forward 3 years, and the Monarchs find themselves 1 win away from raising the trophy on their home turf once again. Coach, a dominating performance by your team. You talked about defense at the half. How did their defense help them offensively today?
Yeah, I mean, we needed to get stops, and I thought in the first half we just didn't have our same composure we usually have on that end of the floor, so glad to see that we found that again in the second half.
Nancy Mulkey, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 6 blocks. You talked about how a couple games early on in the season you guys didn't have her. What does her presence do during the game?
I mean, she's one of the best centers in the country, so it's fortunate to have her. We're fortunate to have her on our team. We could depend on her to be our anchor on the defensive end, but she's also an incredible scorer in the low block on the offensive end.
Speaking of scoring, Erica Gumike has led this season, Conference USA Player of the Year. How does she help this team and carry this team forward each game?
She helps in every way. That's what I told her makes her the Player of the Year, is that she has the ability to affect the game without the ball in her hand and with the ball in her hand. She's great on the defensive end. Offensive end, she can score in a ton of ways, or she can make her teammates better.
Well, congrats, Coach. We'll see you in the semis tomorrow.
Thank you.
With both UTSA and FIU looking for that coveted 6th win for bowl eligibility tonight, head coaches Frank Wilson and Butch Davis have done an incredible job leading their teams to success this season.
Let's check in with Maddie Morris.
For the Sith family, this Old Dominion men's basketball team is a family affair. Assistant coach Bryant has been there for 4 seasons. His son Brandon is a senior and his son BJ is a junior. They used to play for their dad when they were in high school, and this whole thing happened accidentally. Both boys went to colleges prior to Old Dominion, ended up back at Old Dominion, and he said he's so grateful and so blessed that he's able to experience this, not only this season, but the conference championship with his sons. And so we'll just see how they do tonight against these Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. Hey everyone, Maddie Morris with Conference USA up here in Denton, Texas for day 2 of the Women's Conference Championship. Thanks guys, and actually quarterback Chase Linton will be wearing a different number than usual tonight. Instead of wearing the number 1, he'll be wearing the number 14 in honor of the late quarterback Ted Shoebridge. Here with head coach Marshall. Coach, what did you tell your players before this game that they came out swinging those bats like that? Now, all the games we've talked about involve schools who have gone bowling recently, but this next school hasn't played in a bowl game since 2008, and it's our 2017 conference champs, Florida Atlantic. They'll be playing at home in the Cheribundi Tart Cherry Boca Raton Bowl against Akron.
Obviously, there's some question on who's going to be playing quarterback, but it doesn't really matter who's playing quarterback when you have someone like Richie James in the game.
David Morgan is a leader for this Roadrunner program. He's actually been with it since the beginning in 2011, and he has the most touchdowns for the program with a total of 7. And recently this week, he was named to the John Mackey Watch List, which is an award given to one of the nation's top tight ends. And not only is he good at catching touchdowns, but he also was the only player at Media Days in West Palm Beach in July who caught the fish. So, you know, he's catching fish, he's catching touchdowns. Who knows what he's going to do today in the game.
Coach, you were not kidding when you said your players were ready to play. You shot lights out in that first half. What kind of confidence does that provide you going for the rest of the game? The AC this year, the 2016 conference champs, the Charlotte 49ers, find themselves playing in their second straight title game. Let's take a look back to see how the team got to the point of defending their title.
For you, what does it mean to be a member of this Cardinals basketball team?
We talked about yesterday how Terriel has been the leader on this team. She was able to score 16 points, lead the team today. How is her leadership impacting everyone around her?
With so much on the line, which team will be advancing to play the winner of North Carolina and Arkansas and Memphis next week? Tune in to TBS at 6:10 p.m. Central to see if the Blue Raiders can continue their magical season. For Conference USA, I'm Maddie Morris.